And welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. So today we are working on trying to get a multi-page pagination for our dialogue system here. So yesterday we got, we're feeding it a monospace font and it takes, I think, 19 characters. Yeah, 19 characters on each line, which turns into 57 characters for a whole page of dialogue, including spaces or symbols. So this page length that we've got up here, page length is 4. That's because we gave a string of 58 characters, which is one character passed. So the goal here is to not have the A button take us out, but to advance the page of text so we can print the remainder substring. So we're going to be trying to figure that out today. We'll see how it goes. So right here, 19 characters per line, which is 57 characters for 3 lines. And then this marks 57. This marks 58 characters. So there's 58 characters. That's why we get a page 4 for the page length. So let's see if we can do... Let's just take a look. It's in our signpost, which we need to adapt our dialogue system to work to talking to NPCs and not just a signpost. But for right now, we've got it as a signpost. Let's take a look at our page length. It's pretty simple. We take the text length. Text is the parameter we pass in as the text, the string. And then the text length is the number of text characters. And then we say take the number of text characters, divide it by the max text box character length. And then we round up to get how many pages. Cool. And then we have a pages table that is empty here. And for every page length, we give ourselves an empty table inside the pages table. And for right now, we are just saying pages at index I is going to get a sample text string that says text. So the goal here is that pages I would be all the text for the first page. Pages index 1 brackets 1, pages brackets 2 would be the text for the second page. And then we've got this stuff that just controls how fast we render the text one character at a time. So I did set up this thing yesterday where we can take the console and print to the console. And I believe we are doing that right here. We're printing the pages for this, for technically any signpost, any and all signposts. So what that looks like is that we have texts rendering on here. So this is what I was talking about. This is our pages. Index 1 is text, index 2. And actually, this might not be right. It's a table. Yeah, it's just one table. And the value... Okay, I think that is right. Because we're printing the whole pages, and it looks like it's just one value. I thought this would be different. I thought this would insert a table into it. So for every page length, we're going to insert an empty table. And then we're going to set... I guess I'm curious, if we take this out, does it look different? It doesn't look different. So yeah, I think we're doing something wrong here. Let's say that we concatenate this with I gets, and then we concatenate whatever the I is, just to make sure we're getting values 1 through 4 there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, so it does look like we have... Yeah, looks like we have it. I guess what I want to see is if we can, like, for example, instead of printing this up, can we say, and what I'll do is just snag that. I want to say page 1 is pages index 1. And we'll put it just beneath our other thing. So let's see. We should be able to index into it. Page 1 is I gets 1, and that is the string that's in there. And if we say 4, it should be page at index 4 is page 4. Page 1 at index I is 4. Okay, yeah. Page 1. Why did it say page 1? Oh, page I? It says page 1, colon, I gets 4, or I is 4. Page 1. Where is the page 1? Oh, right here, page 1. Okay, yeah. Okay, this looks right. So we just need to be able to index into the pages to get the string that we put. So we're getting the string of 4 that we put into the 4th page. So it looks like we don't need this pages. But since it's a table, we're saying go into the table at an index of an ith position and put in this string that we're saying. So what we need to do is take the whole text and break it up into substrings. Oh man, this is getting tough because if we have multiple words and the count, you know, we can only have 57 characters on the screen on one page of text, but if, let's say, we have hello as the last word, and hello gets the 57th character is the first L of hello, then we would split, it'll say HEL, and then we'd have to advance the page to say L or LO. So it's almost like we have to only add a word into, it gets a little crazy, and that throws off our page length if we do it wrong. So what do we do here? Do we test to just try to get a substring, see if we can split the substring appropriately, maybe? And then from there we can do it more smarter and only include the next word if the next word's total length plus the current length of the current page is less than 57 characters, maybe. We'll have to see. So, and then P wouldn't advance and become unpaused unless our current page was the last page of our page length. So we can kind of, let's try that where we can say current page. We're going to start off current page is 1. And then I want to be able to say P, we basically, anytime we hit P and P was already released, we're going to say self.currentPage is incremented. Okay, and then and P was released, and the current page, we would say the current page would have to be equal to the page length. And then that's the only time we would become unpaused. So we can say, else if our keyboard was pressed, if P was pressed, and our P was released, well, let me see here. I think we can do this a little better. Yeah, let's take this current page. We'll do this. We'll take this logic and put it nested. And we'll say if the self current page is equal to the page.length, meaning we're hitting advance and we're at the last page, then we want to go ahead and become paused, false, which should resume our game. Otherwise, if P is pressed, we just want to increment the current page, and then current page will be used to determine what's being rendered. We probably want to reset the text index so we can reprint from the first character. But let's just see, now that we've got a text length of 4, we should only become unpaused if we hit the P button 4 times. Or 3 times rather, because first page, second, oh, well, already messed up. If self current page, okay, so let's do current page is greater than the page.length. Because 1 is the page length and 1 was pressed, so paused gets false. So let's try that. Okay. Page length of 4, so I hit P once, it'll do page 2. Hit P twice, that's not right. Current page, okay, if current page is greater than the page.length was pressed. Okay, I mean, I'm looking for 4 or 3 button presses. So current page should be 1. Current page should be 2. Current page should be 3, but 3 on the current page is not greater than the page length. So what's happening here? I want to just see if we put 4 in there hard-coded, if we still have an error here. So there's 1 press, there's 2 presses, there's 3, there's 4, and then we're done. Okay, so something wrong with our page length here. So where is our self.page length? Yeah, you know, page length was right. Text length. Unless we screw up what the text length is. Let's print up text length and make sure it's 59. Okay, text length should be 59. It doesn't have text length. So that is where the issue's happening. Well, we didn't plug in the value of text length, so let's do that. Okay, what, 17? 172. That's way off. Right? No, 59 per page times 4 plus 1. So 59 per page, there's 4 pages. So 59 times 4 gives us 236. That's still way off. Okay, so let's take it a little slower here. We'll give ourselves, that's 4 pages worth of text. let's change this to be 1, 2, 3, and we'll see if that's a correct text length. Yeah. Okay, text length 3. Okay, so there's one page. We have it so that pressing P only advances and unpauses our text dialog if our current page is greater than our page length. So let's see what that looks like. It's the P press right here. If the current page is greater than the page length, then we'll become unpaused. But if P is pressed and we're not greater than the current page length, then we're going to advance our current page to be one further, increment it. So let's try to give ourselves two pages of text here, which would be yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 20, 57. Wow. Okay, so if we're looking for 57 characters, let's do this. We can say, in Vim, we can say 55. Oh, let's do 57. So 57. Shit. How do we do it? 57, insert ones. Cool. So that should be 57 ones. We should have a page length of 1 and a whole thing of ones. Cool. So if we take out, yeah, we had 57, so let's just make sure we're 1 short. Nice. Okay. So that did work. So if we have just one more 1, we'll have a page 2 of text, which will be, yeah, page length of 2, text length of 58. So now when I hit P, it goes one more time, and then I hit P and it comes out. So that is looking more right. So let's try this with, we'll give different values here. So we'll do this and we'll say 57, insert 2. And then we'll say 57, insert 3. And then we should have 3 pages of text length, or of page length, 3 pages of page length, and then every time we hit P, now we still had 2. We still had 2, and then that time it's 1. Oh god. So what are we screwing up here? It works for 2 pages. It doesn't work for 3 pages. Okay, so in order to become unpaused, our current page would have to be equal to our page length. Because when we're on, if there's a total page length of 1, and we start on current page 1, then if P is pressed, we're no longer paused. Otherwise, we increment our current page. I think that's right. Let's see. So there's page 1, and then we become unpaused. Ay, ay, ay. I need to print up the current page as well because something's just wrong here. We're gonna current page, right? Let's do this. Current page is 1. There's 3 pages. Current page is 2. Current page is 3. That is just so jacked up. Okay. So we hit P. Current page was not equal to page length. Current page, because we became unpaused. Is there something in our play state that's still triggering our pause? Right here. Pause gets true if our player's direction is not equal to down. We don't want to do this. Actually, we're not updating. Yeah, once pause gets true, we don't update our scene view anymore, but we just update our signposts, which is how we defer the logic to the text box. If we're not paused, okay, so why do we become unpaused upon a one press when our current page does not equal our page length? Because our current page and our page length, see, current page is 1, page length is 3, so why would pressing P make us unpaused? Just gonna see if there's any other logic. Whoa. Why? Yeah, why does this get triggered? If P was pressed and we have released P before, then why does that get triggered? If self-current page is equal to page length, the only thing I could think of is that we're doing multiple signposts in this page. Let's take out the other signpost. Well, yeah, I think this is jacked up because we're changing a global I think we're changing this global value, even though in our, this is what's screwing it up, I'm pretty sure, is that this is just one page of text. So let's just put in, we'll say 57 insert I, or 1. So now that's 2 pages on this signpost. So now we shouldn't, well, let's turn our pause back on. It is on. Okay. So now I'm thinking we shouldn't become unpaused by the first key press. Yes. And then this one it will. Okay. So that's still wrong, but that's making more sense now. We're becoming unpaused because there was a given signpost in the frame. It's almost like it's updating both the signposts, and it knew that there was a signpost with a current page equal to the page length by the time P was pressed, so it became unpaused. So that's the issue. I think we have to ask for like an ID of a signpost, because we don't want to advance the page on a signpost we're not even looking at, or a dialog box we're not looking at. So we might, I don't know what we do here. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's because of this global value. It's like we only want to update the signpost that we've activated. So it's fine to keep this global here if in our play state, or is our, we have a dot signposts, and dot signposts probably needs to change into dot dialog. So we trigger pause here, and that updates the signpost. So right here, look at this. If paused, we are updating both signposts. So I think what we want to do is we only want to update the signpost that is activated. So we can do something like, let's just say that we have a play state dialog box activated, or dialog ID. Something like that. I want to say that this is going to be called... Basically what we want to do is we don't want to update all our signposts. We just want to update the given signpost that we clicked on right here. So once we hit the P press, we see which of the dialogues, for right now it's the signposts, which of the signposts we have collided with. And then it's like we need, I guess, in here, why don't we just... Yeah. We need to save this K value into a... I want to say it's called dialog ID or something. And then we only update the... If we're paused, we only update the given signpost that has the dialog ID. And then we might have 3 pages worth of text here. So here's 1, current page is 1, current page is 2, current page is 3. Now here's the moment of truth. Yeah. Then if we go to this dialog, this is page 1, this is page 2, and it goes off. Cool. Yeah. I guess I don't really like .dialog ID. It seems to work though. Seems to work. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep chugging along. Did we have... Oh, okay. So one thing we need now is right now we're still only printing up the first page of text. So it's all ones and all ones no matter what current page we're at. Even though the third page should have all threes, second page should have all twos. So we need to make our substrings from the text parameter we give our signpost class, and then we can strip it out into individual page text values. And we only render the current page worth of text. So let's see. Because right here, this result is the page of text. And we're appending... Let's see how we do it here. This is it. We have a text index. Okay, so hear me out. And like, if we put text index not at 1, but at 57... That should be, actually it would be 58. 58th character should be the start of second page. So now this first text box should be all twos. Shit. Just once again. Text index, let's see. Oh, well, text index. I thought that would work. Because the substring takes in an index. Let's see if we just say 57 to 100. There's our 2. And a random 1. That is way off. Okay. Oh, lordy. Well... Yeah, let's figure this out. So text index is 1. Now we use text index. That should probably be a better name because text index is like the index of which text we're currently printing on screen as it goes one at a time. So what we do here is we say, okay, let's increment this timer for text. If the timer is greater than the trigger threshold and our text index is less than our total text length, then we're going to have our result text string be concatenated with one more character of our original text. So it's a little weird. We say self.text method substring, and we give it 2 arguments, and it's both the text index. So on the first frame or whatever, when text index is 1, we're saying starting index is 1, ending index is 1, therefore the substring is just that one character. So we're just appending one character at a time, and we increment that text index over here. So that's why I'm kind of confused why when I put a text index higher than 1, we didn't get our 2s creeping on screen. So like if we were to put 10 as our text index starting, I would think that after 10 characters we get 2s, but that is not happening here. So something's not tracking. Because the substring, let's see, if we start, let's just start. I need to look up this sub method. I don't see documentation for this sub method. Let's just do some testing, I guess, and see if it behaves like we think it will. So let's just give ourselves, we'll just give ourselves a text test, and we'll say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll say we're going to have a text print that is going to be a substring of this test text. So we'll say sub, and we'll say 1, comma 1, and then this is test text. And this, we're looking for this. Let's do test, and we'll put in our local text print. I'm thinking this is just going to be 1 because we're doing a substring of only the first character. So let's see if this test text is 1. Test is 1. Okay. So let's see if we take out the second argument and just give it a starting point or a substring of just 1. Then it gives us the whole thing. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this should be 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then this should be 4 and 5. Yeah. Okay. So this is working how I thought. So why is it that once we give, yeah, we should. That seems to be working as expected. So I guess I'm just confused why the text index doesn't get set to be the second set of numbers in our thing here. Oh, well, let's say. Okay, so if we have 57 ones for, let's just say 56 ones. So 56 ones, and then we'll say 2 is our 57th, And then an extra 2 gets us to a page length of 2. So we should see a page length of 2. And then the last one should be a 2. Okay, so what we're trying to see here is we're trying to see if we can give us a starting text index of 57. It'd actually be 58. And then we're trying to see only a 2 on screen with this. And it doesn't. See, that just doesn't make any sense to me. We're saying the result is going to be the current string, which is an empty string to start with, concatenated with a substring of the current text with the given index of what I thought was just 57. If we just do 57, we should get just a 2 in there. Yeah. So if we give this 55, we should see a 1, 1, and then the rest are 2s. This is, okay, this is not right. That's really weird. I think it's messing up because the result is always going to be the substring. We're always appending the whole string to the result, starting at the 55th sub. This is just weird, man. Yeah, because we have to give. It's not that it's just printing whatever we put in here. It's that this is what it's appending to the current result string. So if we put in our text index as both parameters, it should be 1. Since we give it the same argument, it should be that index worth of text substring. And the substring that we start at is the 58th character, which should be a 2. Should be the last 2 in there. Yeah, wrong. We got the page. Gosh, what's going on, man? Are we doing any other setting of this text index? Text index of our text. We do a flush text. Do we call that anywhere? We don't call it anywhere. I'm thinking let's change this to 57. This has to be where it's happening because I don't see any other reason it would be doing this wrong. There it is. Okay, so where are we calling this flush text before we... Let's see where we're calling this. We call it right here, right after we do it. Okay, well, I don't think we want to do that. So if we collide with a signpost, we flush our text. We should really flush the text once we come out of what just happened. We should flush this text once we come out of paused. So if we take that out, and then in our signpost, we say if P was pressed right here and we're paused as false, that's when we want to run our flush text. And it runs on the item itself, so we can say flush text right here. I think that's going to be working. And then, shit, man, that's still... We're still running flush text somewhere. We're still doing it because this is still wrong. If we put that in there, then we get the correct 2 answer. No, we don't. What the fuck? What the hell? Okay, if we take flush text out of there, does it work? No, it does not. Now we have text index. And our text index is 58. And in our play state, we are no longer doing the flush text. Yeah. We used to be doing it right here. Yeah. So if we're not doing that here anymore, flush text shouldn't be getting called. Therefore, we shouldn't be looking at the wrong text index. But we are. So why is it? Text index. Just for my sanity, text index. As long as text index is smaller than or equal to the text length, we should only see 2s here, man. But we don't. What's going on? Let's print up text index and just see what the hell's going on. It should be 57 and 58. I mean, we know it's wrong. We know it's counting from 1 to 57. Yeah, it's counting to 1 to 59. Why 59? And it doesn't matter what we... Wow, yeah, it starts here. Dude, what is going on? Why would text index... We gotta be doing flush text somewhere else. Oh, but then we changed it. So... Where... Text index... Text index is 1 right here. This is where it's been messing up. We can initialize it to whatever we initialize it as, but that shouldn't be the case. We should now see our 2 in here. Okay, thank. Okay. So, this is a good start. Our flush text should be text index 1. Okay, so the thing is, we don't know how many pages of text we need to render. We've got the thing working where no matter how, you have to advance a text page amount of times in order to unpause the game. That's working, but we need to print the right strings. So let's think about how we do this. So for right now, we're putting into our pages a text string. So let's say right here, this is okay. We just need to print from the pages text, not from our dot text now. So we need to go to when we print, we need to go to our pages table at our current page index and print the text instead of the original text. So the result of the string is not going to be the self text, but it's going to be our self pages at index current page, self.current page. And then it's going to be a substring, one string at a time. So now our current page is I on the first page, but as we increment the pages, I should be 1, then 2, then 3 if there's 3 pages. Right now we only have 2 pages on the leftmost signpost. Let's see if we get I as 1 and then I as 2. No. That's because we're printing up... Well, yeah, we're printing up the self result. Okay. Pages, current page. Okay, well, let's test this then. Let's see what is in pages. Page 1 is going to be self.pages. Oh, index 1. Did we do this? Pages? Oh, pages. Okay, at index current page, but let's say current page is 1, for example. Page is 1. It should be I equals 1. I equals 1 in page 1. And then if we go to page 2, should be I is 2. It is. Okay. Okay, so why is nothing printing then? We're saying the result is an empty string. Oh, text index. Oh yeah, let's do this. Text index gets reset to 1. And then we're going to concatenate every character from the current page, 1 string at a time, starting at the text index, which is 1. So we should get I as 1. Yes. And then I is 2. But it's our index kept incrementing. And that's because our text length, this is because we're faking it. So let's go back. Instead of doing our pages, this seems to be working. It's just that we actually need to do our text index based on our page length, not our text length. So yeah, it's not text length, but we need page. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we need to do 1 page at a time. Okay. So we're modifying our current page here, but here, this is where we need to fix. This is where we're doing it based on, we're printing up the current page substring, but we keep incrementing our text index for as long as we're less than the page length, but we have to do that as long as we're less than the current page text length. So, oh my gosh, my brain's starting to break. We have to have another table of page length that we have so that we know how many text index to increment by, and then we need to reset our text index to be 1 upon every advancement right here. So this would reset if we reset our text index here to be 1 when we advance the page, then the next time we print the substring, the next page should be able to start printing 1 at a time. So we're looking for I as 1 and then I as 2. I as 1, I is 2. Okay. And then we go through. Okay, I mean, we're breaking there. That's because we didn't have a third page of example here. Let's try to do this. we have to take our text parameter and split this into pages. So instead of us saying pages I is a little string here, and you know what? Why does we shouldn't crash if we give it 2 pages worth. This is only 2 pages worth of text here because it's 58 characters. So why is it that we crash? Let's see what the crash message was. Signpost 45. Okay, if P is pressed, if our current page is equal to our page length, and our page length is 2, is that right? Yeah, page length is 2, current page is 1. Okay, so now when P is pressed, our current page is equal to our page length, therefore we should become unpaused, but we crash instead at 45, and I don't know why. We crash here, next text trigger, text timer, and our self-text index. Oh, we reset the text index. Yeah, we reset the text index. Wait. Yeah, we reset it here. So this isn't a good way to smaller than or equal the text length. Okay, so what we're doing is we're saying we increment our timer so that we know how to print 1 character at a time. If the timer is greater than the trigger time, and that never changes. The trigger time is just baked in. We can change it, but it doesn't get updated. And our text index is smaller than the text length. I think this is what's causing us issues here. Because our text length is going to be 58. For this example, in the text index, we're going to append a substring of the current page's character 1 at a time to our result string, and then increment our text index, reset our text timer to 0 so that we can re-trigger another 1 character appending to our result string. And then we're printing our result string here. So the result string grows over time. Every next text trigger threshold passes, we append 1 more character to it. I guess I still don't get why it's crashing on page 3. Let's try this sign and see. I is 1, I is 2, and we crash again. Okay, it could be an issue of us trying, we're printing. Let's go modify our declaration here to be just 1 page worth. Let's just say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now as a test string, and it should I is 1. See, that shouldn't break. But I think it's because right here, page length. Well, it gets the page length right. Yeah, page length is 1 now. Current page is 1. So why do we crash here? Crashes at 45 right here. But we shouldn't even get there because P was pressed and our current page was equal to our page length, so we should become paused false. This might have to be in an else statement. Let's try that. Okay. Cool. Okay. That's working. So we still need to reset. We need to call this flush text upon an unpausing. So let's do that. We'll say self flush text, and what that's going to do is just reset our text index to 1 so that by the time we re-update our signpost, we're back to printing up from the first character. So let's see, I is 1, I is 2. Oh yeah, it's just 1. Okay. The character got cut off there. It's only printing 1. So look, it says I is 1, and then it's just :1. So we're printing up the substring wrong. Flush text. Text index gets 1. Text index gets 1. I feel like I'm missing something. Does that screw up our other signpost? Well, they're both using the same page's text, so why is I getting cut off? Maybe our text index needs to be... Well, Lua is 1 indexed, so 1 is the 0 index here. Text index is 1. Do we say... I don't know why this is... Because this one would have the same problem. Oh. Yeah. Oh, we're not resetting the current page. We need to reset the current page as well. That's why. So we need to do this, and then we need to also reset current page to be equal to 1. So that is correct. I is 1. Oh, shoot. No, still wrong. This one, I is 1, I is 2, I is 1, I is 2. That one works fine. Oh, and then, what the what? Why is the first page wrong? What? It's not even consistently wrong. Just sometimes. What? What? It drives me a little crazy that it's not consistently wrong. Like, I is 1 and then :1. Why is it on this one it never seems to fix itself, but on this one it works half the time? What the heck? Well, now this one isn't even breaking. Oh, it broke there, but why? I want to say that something... What could cause that? What would cause that would be for text index to be incremented before it is appended to the result string. But we can't do that because we do it in the same block of code, and we do it right after we append the next character. Okay. Well, let's try it. Let's build out. We'll put this to be another test, and we'll say insert 57 ones. That's not right. 57 insert I, or 1. And then we want to say 57 insert 2. And then 57 insert 3. So that should be a total page count of 3. You should print the ones first. Oh gosh. We're still printing the pages. Let's see, that is way wrong. Okay, we're still printing the pages. We need to actually break apart the text parameter into... See, like we had a page 3, which is the first time we've seen the I of 3 there. What the flip? See, sometimes it works. Like there, it works fine. 1, 2, 3, that works. And then sometimes, like that, the I isn't there. On the first page. What the... we've got to make sure we set the text index to 1 when we press on it in the play state. I don't know why it's not, but let's... Oh, we have it here. We commented this out because this was breaking things. But now it might fix things. What? Okay, well, it seems to be working. So now let's just get... Okay, that's okay. That seems to be working. I guess we could... Yeah, I mean, that's working. Okay. So let's go into our signpost, and instead of printing up, we're printing result, which is a string that grows over time, and it is a growing... We're appending one character at a time from our self page's current page index. So we need to populate our pages table index by index with the correct characters. Instead of doing here where we say I is put to however much page length we're at, we need to do this where we do it properly from the substrings. So we need, I think, actually, yeah, how do we do this? So if page is 1, we need the first 57 characters from our text string. So we can say that pages index 1 is really just our self.text, but it is a substring of our self.text that starts at character 1 and ends at character 57. But this would go for every page length. So this, it needs to be multiples of I. So if I is 1, it should be 1 times I, so that on the first page, it is actually, yeah, that's not right. 1 times I minus 1. No, is that right? Because on the first page, we need this to be 1. Second page, we need it to be equal to 58. So on the first page, this is so stupid. What is the math here? It's not 1 times I minus 1 plus 1. It can't be that, right? Because we're trying to say page 1, if I is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. Plus 1 for the 1 indexing gives us a substring with an index of 1. Page 2 would be 2 minus 1, which is 1. 1 times 1, which is 1. 1 plus 1, which gets us to 2. We need to multiply this. What the fuck? Yeah, we need it. I'm too dumb for this. I'm too dumb for this. We need some help. I'd like to try this. Yeah, let me see. I'm going to ask ChatGPT here real quick. Okay, I need a function. I need a way. I need a loop. What? I need a Lua loop that on first iteration is 1. Second iteration is 58. Third, I guess. I mean, this is it as simple as... Okay, so we need I to be 57 characters bigger every time. But we need to subtract 57 or 56 to give us index 1 on the first index. Is that right? So index is 1. On the first page, index is 1. 1 times 57 is 57. Minus 56 gives us 1. Second page, 2 times 57 is 114. Minus 56 is 58. I don't know. This might be okay though. So let's see this. Let's see current pages. Let's just see if we get different substrings for each page now. 1, 1, 1. Okay, we're hoping to get 2. Oh my god. Turns out I didn't even need the chat GPT. I gave up because, like, as I was typing it, I'm like, wait, this is actually kind of simple. Okay, so we get 1, 2, and 3 there on the dialog box. Cool. And then the current. Okay. This is cool. So we have first page is all 1s, second page is all 2s, third page is all 3s, and then we're done. Now, our text index is growing over time unnecessarily. We don't need to increment our text index, because right here we're doing for as long as text length, but it should be self.currentPage index or self.pages at index self.currentPage dot length, but we don't have a dot length. We just need, can we do this? Let's see if that works. Should stop at 57. Oh, see, it's not doing it. Self.pages current page. I mean, we know this. We know that it's 57, which is just the page length, right? Come on, dude. Come on. What'd you do? It is max text box character length. Okay. So we shouldn't count all the way up to like whatever the text length is. It should stop at 57, which it does. 58 because Lua's 1 indexed. So there we have page 1, page 2, and page 3. And then we're done reading. Cool. And then this is just 2 pages worth. Okay, so the next big challenge in this is that we don't want to just willy-nilly cut the pages by the 57 character count, because if a word is, if we're in the middle of a word and we hit the 57 character limit, we don't want to just stop printing right there. We want to only add the word to the page if adding the word to the page doesn't make our current page length bigger than 57. So that's what's going to be next. I'll have to do some thinking on how we can do that, but this is a good start. This is good. We've got multiple pages of dialogue. We're getting the auto wrapping, which is nice. Yeah. And it looks like it gets reset properly. The other problem is here. It thinks this tavern is on one line, so it moves all of that tavern over to the next line. Oh, and then that actually might be... Huh. That might be wrong. We'll have to do some tests with this. Hey, what up, Salto? How's it going, dude? Yeah, you caught the end of the stream here. We're getting our text box rendering, so like if we talk to the sign here, we can put 3 pages worth of text in here. Not very interesting at the moment, but it's just proving that we can put 3 different pages of advanceable text in here. And then we're going to also put that onto our NPCs so that we can give them little dialogue to read as well. So it is tricky to get all the intricacies down for it, especially when we're going to have NPCs with multiple branches of dialogue depending on where you're at in the game. So that's going to be really tough to figure out. But we're making some good progress on this at least. But yeah, I'm calling it a night here. We'll do a commit here. It's looking pretty good. Oh, before, I'm glad I checked that because I need to get the console printing off so we don't accidentally commit that version. And then let's take a look at our git diff. So it looks like what we did, we gave us some different text for our dialog box. We're instead doing a substring of the text depending on the current page we're on. So now we have a table of pages and it gets populated based on what's how many total pages are. This is where we need to get smart about it. Instead of doing this, instead of just saying every page is just chop it at 57 characters, because that's exactly how much fits on one page. Instead of just doing that, we need to chop it basically by word. So it's like if the next word added to the current page doesn't put us over the page limit, then go ahead, add that word. Otherwise, if adding the word to our current page puts us over the current page limit, character limit, then we need to go advance our current page and put it on the next page. So it isn't as simple as we've been making it, but that's what tomorrow is for. So hopefully we can do that. We rehauled some logic here. We don't pause upon a P press anymore. We pause if our current page is equal to our page.length. So now we can advance through multiple pages. We reset our current page upon finishing a dialogue so that we can reinitialize the dialogue and reset the pages. And then we are doing not a self.text substring, but we're going into our self pages. So our global pages is all of the pages of text for the current dialogue, and we're going into our pages table at the index of our current page and appending character by character a substring to the results that is being printed out on screen. We have a test that we can probably delete. We have a bunch of debugging we can probably delete, but it's fine. Dialogue ID, okay. Yeah, we added a dialogue ID to the text box, which helps us enable or disable our pause based on different page lengths worth of dialogues, because there could be more than one signpost on a given page, and we don't want to accidentally unpause it just if P is pressed. Hey, Tokyo Bluff, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're wrapping up here. I don't know how long you've been watching, but got a little bit of work done. I'm glad we're at a good spot. The next part is the hardest part of the problem, I think, which is ideally we only want to print the word on a given line if adding the word to the current line doesn't exceed the 19 character line limit. I don't know if we're going to fix that. Right now, our printf is handling a lot of the smart trimming for us, which is really nice. I might keep it like that. If it bugs me that words are being moved to the next line, we'll have to figure that out. It does bug me, but I don't know if it bugs me enough to need to fix it. So let's say we added multi-page dialog box rendering. That's about as reasonable as I can commit message there. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing the more intricate parts of the dialogue system. If I can figure it out, it's going to be tough. So it might be a struggle, but learning a ton about game dev doing this. So this is really cool. We'll raid out here to Hypnotic because he's always making game stuff. He's doing some, at least yesterday he was doing some 3D stuff in Godot, which was cool. But hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later.